Around last October, a new game on Steam attracted a lot of people's attention. Excellent quality, good optimization, exciting air combat, cool flying dragons. The most important thing is that the game is not only less than 8 GB in size, but also free to play. So it is natural that the game attracts a large number of players to download and play. It is Century: Age of Ashes. I tried this game right after its release. After all, who can refuse to ride a dragon? The gameplay is more similar to a series of air combat games, such as a Royal Air War, but of course, the flexibility of dragons is much higher than the aircrafts. You can freely make rapid turns and sprints in all directions to avoid damages and chase enemies. It must be mentioned that the game's perspective tracking needs to be improved. Improper operations can easily make you feel lost. Therefore, if you want to skillfully control this flying dragon, you will inevitably have to spend some time practicing. So, the players who are uncomfortable with 3D gaming needs to be careful. Next, the game focuses on the air combat depending on the occupations. Each dragon has a different health power and their own unique skills, but they all have the basic fireball attack and close-range flame spray. The current version has a total of 3 occupations, including Marauder, which has balanced skills, Windguard, which is better at defense, and Phantom, which has the ability to produce huge damage, but its health power is extremely low. The Marauder has balanced skills. Its health power and shield value is relatively high, and it is the occupation that can deal with attacking and defending. It can also produce tracking fireballs or ice balls to produce huge damages to the enemies. By killing enemies and assisting, the dragons can reset their skills cooldown so that it can constantly produce huge damages. Windguard has the most outstanding health power, and its passive skill can reduce the damage and the impact of negative effects. Windguard can quickly approach teammates to heal them and itself. It also puts a temporary shield on them, which is useful for both self-defensing and assisting. The Phantom requires you to use some strategies. It is able to kill the enemies in no time with the help of its ability of being invisible and its raid buff. Phantom's passive skill is to cause extra damage to enemies' shields, but the cost is that Phantom itself has an extremely low health power. Each occupation has its own strengths and weaknesses, and choosing a different career based on different modes is also a point to consider. Next, the game's battle modes. Currently, there are only 3 modes that appear randomly. One is a scoring mode that increases the number of coins for our camp by killing flying dragons with gold coins. Another is simple and brutal team competition mode of killing enemies to score points. And the last one is somewhat similar to British capture the flag through the door chase mode. The very small number of combat modes and occupations is the game's biggest problem, which makes a player bored easily. But in reality, you wouldn't notice much difference when you play. 6 versus 6 makes the whole battlefield chaotic. A variety of fireballs from all over the place. Sometimes you don't know what's going on, and then you die. And its super fast pace and high requirements of skills makes almost every battle intense, except for casual players. You basically play a couple of rounds and you lose the interest. Of course, the game is still in its early stage and will be updated with more occupations and modes to enrich the playing experience. According to the existing quality of this game, Century: Age of Ashes is definitely a promising game in the future. Anyway, it's free to play, you've got nothing to lose. But personally, I suggest that you play a few rounds and then stop. It's a way you'll get the most out of this game. Well, this is the end of the game review. See you.